Greetings to whomever, whenever. But now it is Friday, January 8th, 2021. And I wanted to briefly take a moment to explain what will account for the bulk of my next 15 posts. But first, I'm obviously not living in a bubble here in America on January 8th, 2021. So in that regard, well, I may have some thoughts and emotions about those who have and who are about to fill the highest office of administration in our country. I just want to say that as one whose kingdom identity is primarily in another place, it is not my greatest concern who it is that fills that temporal role. Regardless of who is filling that role at any point in time, including our present time, as Proverbs 21:1 says, his or her heart is like a stream of water in the hand of God, and he turns it wherever he will. God's plans have never been, nor will they ever be, thwarted by man. And if you want to know the motive behind most of my posts going forward here in 2021, remember, I laid that out just a couple weeks ago here on Facebook on December 24th. And then continuing on into the 26th, 27th, and 28th of December in a three-part message. So if you haven't seen those yet, go back to do that, because they lay out the foundation of what I'll be doing in 2021. Now, the next 15 posts. I really care about truth. I mean, the kind of thing you can count on, not the shifting opinion stuff that we find in the media today, or in our workplaces, or in the personal subjective truth we find so many live by today, but rather the kind of real absolute truth that unfortunately is hard to find today. Partly, I think, because most people don't want the truth. Oftentimes the truth is uncomfortable or incriminating. Maybe it's unmanageable or uncontrollable. But for those honestly seeking truth, you have to know where to find it. And for those of us who have been fortunate to have found truth, or perhaps maybe better said that the truth has found us, it is super important that we pass it along to the next generations growing up in our homes. Now, a number of years ago, I became, let's just say, overwhelmingly frustrated by how so many young people were not being even given a shot at knowing how to discover and live by the kind of truth that would give them a real chance at sustaining a purpose-filled and ultimately satisfying life. And though I am not a perfect parent, nor is my wife, and we have 3 adult kids who will testify to that, one of the consistently good decisions we made in our home was pointing our kids to the source of truth. You see, the source of truth matters, right? Newsflash, you actually cannot believe everything that even most of what, okay, there is very little of what you read that is trustworthy today. And as parents of preteen and teenage kids, you have to know, we have to know where to find the truth that leads to joy and life. And then, today more than ever in my lifetime, we have got to point the next generation to that source of truth and teach them how to discern truth from fiction, honesty from deception today. So for the better part of a year, I prayed and worked some more on a boot camp type seminar called Kingdom or Culture. When we did them live, we would get together on a Friday evening after everyone had worked a long week, fed them dinner, and then dug in for about 2.5 to 3 hours on a Friday night, followed by a full day on Saturday. And so we called it a boot camp. And we called that boot camp Kingdom or Culture. And the purpose was to have us all think together about how to find reliable truth in the chaos of a world that is struggling to find any truth. How do we make sure that those coming after us are not completely swallowed up by this subjective truth or that subjective truth, based mostly on people's thoughts or others' personal analysis? Whose truth are we going to find and follow in this life? Well, that's what Kingdom or Culture is all about. Now, if you follow through with all 15 of these broken down sessions from one of the live seminars I did a couple years ago, you're going to learn a lot about me, my family, and our mistakes and challenges. But you'll also come out the other side knowing how to pass truth, absolute truth, along to others. So with that, the first Kingdom or Culture session will drop here on my Facebook page tomorrow morning, Saturday, or on Sunday afternoon. And then, God willing, the next sessions in sequence will drop every Wednesday evening and Saturday morning after that until the last Saturday in February. Now, for those who attended the live boot camps, we had a study guide that had lots of notes and resources that nicely outlined the road we traveled together on that long weekend. And I want to get a digital copy to you for free. So I'll be posting a link to that resource as well here for you as well. It has been overhauled in just the last few weeks for the purpose of being a usable tool in the context of small groups of parents who get together who are interested in studying through the course. So if you want a hard copy of the study guide instead, I'll mail as many to you as you like. I think $5 each should cover my printing and postage to get them to you. Okay, gang. Whether I am here on planet Earth, as you are seeing this or not, the next 8 weeks ahead, I'm going to spend telling you what truth looks like and where to find it.